Since I'm here, I thought it might be nice to share a message with all my Muslim friends. I've got some good news and some bad news. Let me start with the bad news. The bad news is that if you're a sincere Muslim, you've been bowing down 5 times a day to a pagan temple that Muhammad strong-armed from the polytheists of Mecca. The Kaaba used to be surrounded by 360 pagan idols. When Muhammad conquered Mecca, he smashed the little idols, but he kept the big idol, this cubical idolatry factory that serves as the focal point of Islamic worship.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Somali Christian TV. We are your favorite Somali ex-Muslims spreading Christianity and exposing the deception of Islam. If you want to learn more, smash that subscribe button now. We are back to another amazing video here in Somali Christian TV. Today we're going to be talking about rocks. No, not sediment, the black stone. Let's jump right in. Hadith Sahih Bukhari 559-661. We used to worship stones, and when we found a better stone than the first one, we would throw the first one and take the latter. So Muhammad and his companions used to worship stones, random stones that they liked the look of, which they would quickly discard if they found a better stone. Sounds like idolatry, doesn't it? Now let's continue with the history of the Kaaba. Hadith Sahih Muslim 43-7179. During the pre-Islamic days, women circumambulated the Kaaba nakedly. Al-Tabari, Volume 1, page 303. The stone, Kaaba, he said, "You call it a stone?" I said, "Is it not a stone?" He said, "Indeed, I was told by Abdullah ibn Abbas that it was white. Why and how did it turn black?" He replied, "Menstruating women were touching it in the Jahiliyyah. That is, the dark age before Islam." So this stone then was clearly magic, wasn't it? How does touching it when you're menstruating randomly turn a stone black? That doesn't make any sense at all. But Islam's fixation of private parts and this stone doesn't end there. Hadith Ibn Majah 425-2980. We had performed tawaf around the Kaaba and Sa'i between Safa and Marwa. We said, there are only 5 days until Arafah. Will we go out to it with our male organs dripping with semen? Islam has a crazy fixation with private parts. If you really read the hadiths in the Quran, you will see precisely what I mean. This is disgusting to hear, isn't it, viewers? Now let's take a look at the final tafsir regarding this topic. Tafsir Quran 2:158. The Muslims were averse, disliked to this circumambulation because the pagan Arabs used to circumambulate them and there was an idol atop each mountain which they used to stroke. Circumambulation is the act of walking around something, namely an idol. The early Muslims were against it, which is surprising as we can see that many people do it to this day. So why do people do that? I believe they took this act from the pagan Arabs. They're committing paganic acts by walking around the Kaaba, which is just some stone that they happen to want to worship. Muhammad took a fixation to this and they began worshipping a stone. Not their God Allah, but a mere stone. So Muslims, think for yourselves. Come to Jesus and worship the true God, the only way to salvation. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, slam the subscribe button and hit the bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Support us on PayPal and Patreon. Somali Prophet out.